Hey guys, it's Nailed It Mama, and today I'm going to show you how I did this pink and white French manicure ombre look. I was inspired to do this because I'm not the best at the typical French manicure, and doing the ombre look helps because you don't need to worry about straight lines as much. In fact, if your hands are a little shaky, it probably helps a little. As you can see here, I already have my hands manicured. My cuticles are pushed back and my bottom coat is on. You can see how I did this on my Nail Prepping for Natural Nails on my YouTube channel. I'm starting off with liquid peel-off tape. I actually got mine off of Amazon, and I can put a link at the bottom below for you if you want to get yours from there as well. You can also use regular tape and just tape around your cuticles and your finger. Or if you don't want to use anything, you don't have to. You can actually just clean around the edges with acetone later and get the nail polish off that way. For this look, I'm using Sally Hansen Miracle Gel Nail Polish. The two colors are Get Mod and Pinky Promise. And I'm also going to be using a makeup sponge. I'll put a link at the bottom of these items for you as well. I applied the Pinky Promise as my base color, and because these are both lighter colors, you can use either as a base. I actually chose to go with the Pinky Promise because I actually have two different bottles of it, and I had extra. While you're painting your nails, if you get a little bit of the nail polish on your skin, that's okay. It's easy to actually clean off. One of the things that I do is I take a dotting tool, one of the smallest dotting tools, and I'll scrape along the skin and the nail. As you can see here, it just kind of wipes away while it's still wet and leaves a smooth edge. I only do one layer of the bottom coat because in the next step you're going to be adding more nail polish with the sponge. So what I do now is I seal this bottom coat with the sèche-vide that I have, and I let that completely dry. Okay, here's where the fun part begins. You want to grab your sponge and have both your pink and white colors out and available, and take your white and scrape along the bottom edge of your sponge and soak that fairly well because the sponge will soak up a little bit of the color, and then take your pink and just go above that. You want to actually overlap both of the colors just a little bit because you're going to want it to, it's going to help blend it when you sponge it onto your finger. You want to line it up to make sure that the white part is near the tip, and when you do apply the first layer, it's going to be fairly transparent. What you'll need to do is do multiple layers. I'll actually do 1 to 2 nails at a time and then reapply the nail polish to my sponge and move on to the next fingers. And then what I'll do is move back over to the first nail once I'm done with that hand and reapply the second layer, and so on. Also, when I'm doing that ombre look, I tend to do one hand at a time. What happens is the sponge will soak up a little too much nail polish, and as you go, it won't apply right. It'll start looking a little funny. And so what I do is I'll do one hand, and then I'll actually cut the edge of the sponge off and have a fresh sponge underneath that and start again for the other hand. As you can see on the pinky, you can tell on the second layer that the colors are more defined. And as I go through with the third layer, you'll see even more definition, and you can really see the ombre look come through. Once you're done, you'll want to cover everything with another layer of seche vite or whatever top coat you prefer. You'll see too, adding the top layer will actually help blend the colors together as well. You will want to allow the top coat to dry completely before you start the next step of cleaning up your cuticles. Now that the top coat is dry, you want to remove that peel off tape. You can see that some of the nail polish will actually kind of peel off a little bit and stick, and so what I do is I take my tweezers and kind of remove that. The last thing I'll do is I'll grab a tissue, lay it down, and grab my acetone and a brush, and I will clean away any edges that the peel off tape didn't get. There's always going to be a little bit of cleaning up after you're done, so as you can see, I'm not only getting around the cuticles but underneath the nails as well, because the nail polish will kind of get everywhere. And there you have it. I did my other hand off camera, and this is my finished look. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe and leave a comment. I would love to hear what you have to say. Thanks for watching.
How'd you get those?
Yeah? You got the keys to the car. How'd you get those? Did I forget to put them up? Thank you.
Whoa, the key!
Whoa. Okay, 5. Yeah, good job.